Thank you very much, Father Steve. We've been asked to make a brief presentation this evening on the inter-seminary event that is coming up in November. Just to put us all on the same page, I want to briefly sum up how we got to this point. About a year and a half ago, Daniele and I were out for a beer, and I was telling him about this experience I had in university with something called the Intercollegiate Business Competition. Basically a case competition that brought all the business schools from Canada together. And they did this for two reasons. One, to build networks within the business world in Canada. So between the business students, the leaders who would come and judge the case competition, the sponsors, they would build networks to strengthen those relationships. And also for the synergistic effects. These case studies would put forward problems like how to be more environmentally friendly in business, how to encourage gender equality in business. And these business students were coming up with these amazing solutions which were actually helping the Canadian business world. As I told Daniele about this, he felt very strongly, hey, wouldn't this be a great thing for seminaries? Bring the seminaries together, build some fraternity, get to know those who we'll be in ministry with, and sort of maybe get some synergistic effects from pushing the envelope by competing a little bit with one another and draw the best out of ourselves. So we thought it was a good idea. We brought it to the powers that be. They liked it. They thought it would be a good addition to our centenary celebrations. They okayed it. We came to you, brainstormed what this whole thing might look like. We took your ideas. Over the summer, we put it together in this beautiful little information package. And tonight we want to just present this to you. We're going to send you the actual package, but if this evening we want to run through the itinerary just to give you a basic idea of what this thing's all about. I'll start by just telling you basically how it's going to work. There's going to be 7 competitions. There's going to be lots of events on the weekend, but there will be 7 competitions. The seminary who wins a competition gets 5 points. The seminary who gets second gets 3 points. Third gets 1 point. Add up the points you get over the course of the 7 competitions. The seminary with the most points wins the weekend. That's basically how it goes. That being said, let's take a look and see what this weekend is going to look like.
This is happening November 16th to the 18th. We're going to start Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock. We're hoping that our brothers from Sacred Heart Seminary in Detroit and from St. Augustine Seminary in Toronto will be here between the 2 and 3 o'clock hour. At 3 o'clock, we're going to start with our opening ceremonies. This is a way to kick off the weekend with prayer and with some introductions and things like that to get us started for the weekend of competition. At 3:30, we have our opening speaker. The theme for this weekend is new evangelization. We're really lucky to have Bishop Brian Dunn, the Bishop of Antigonish, Nova Scotia, with us, who just weeks before ISTC will be in Rome for the Synod of the New Evangelization. He's going to share with us what happened in Rome, but also what it means for us as seminary students going into the future. We have Vespers at 4:45, dinner at 5. 7 o'clock is our first competition of the weekend. It's basketball. All teams will play each other in a round-robin style basketball tournament. At 10 o'clock, we have a social and we gather back here at St. Peter's. This includes a video challenge. This video challenge is the only competition that seminaries have to prepare before they come here for the weekend. It's a 5-minute video on the new evangelization. We're going to watch those videos here at this social, and then we're going to put them live on the internet. You have the rest of the weekend to get as many likes on your video as possible. The video with the most likes at the end of the weekend wins this competition.
Saturday starts with Holy Mass, followed by breakfast, a Reach for the Top challenge, which is basically like Team Jeopardy. We'll be having categories related to seminary formation, so theology, philosophy, the implementation of the new Roman Missal, the breviary, etc. Then we'll have a homiletics challenge where competitors will be given a set of readings and have half an hour to prepare a homily, which will then be marked. Then we go on to lunch and the Amazing Race Challenge, which is much like the television show by the same name. We're hoping to go beyond the seminary walls with this ISTC thing, get the other seminaries out into London, show them some historical sites, show them some diocesan sites of interest, interact with the community a little bit, and that's the goal of the Amazing Race.
After all that excitement of the Amazing Race, we're going to gather back here for prayer and dinner. We're going to head back out at 7 o'clock now for the hockey tournament. Again, same thing as the basketball, round robin style hockey tournament this time. And after the hockey, we're going to gather back here for a social that includes an improv challenge. This improv challenge is similar to what you see on Whose Line Is It Anyway? We're going to follow the rules of the Canadian Improv Games. We're going to post videos of what this looks like on our Facebook page so you know what we're doing.
Then Sunday morning prayer, then our keynote speaker, Andre Renier, who is the co-founder of Catholic Christian Outreach, a group that's been doing some amazing evangelization work on Canadian university campuses. Andre was a consultant to help prepare for the Synod in Rome. He'll also be a lay observer. So again, we're going to have some direct links to what's happening in Rome around the new evangelization. We'll have our closing mass celebrated by our own Bishop Fabro. Then we'll have brunch with an awards ceremony where the Aquinas Cup will be awarded.
So you can see this is a huge event with lots of stuff going on throughout the whole weekend. So we need a couple things from you. Number one, we need your prayers. We need your prayers so that this weekend is successful, keeps going at the same pace that it has been going so far throughout the planning stage. We also need your involvement. There's lots of events and lots of competitions. We need to use your talents. We need you to pick an event where you find that you can use your own talents to help us do okay during this competition. We also need you to pick a team captain, someone that will represent your seminary, who will lead the charge this year.
Just a couple last points that we want to make clear. The first is that yes, this is a competition, but no, we're not taking it, overly seriously. The bigger goal is just to have some fun, to push one another a little bit, and we don't want the competitive dimension of this to be sort of overstated. The other point I want to make is that the itinerary looks very full, but keep in mind you don't participate in everything. So you may be in one competition, but you may not have anything to do, until you might have something in the morning and not do anything until the evening. Nothing's obligatory. So there's lots of time for prayer, lots of time to interact with the other seminarians, lots of time for naps, what have you. Finally, I want to mention our Facebook page. We think this is a pretty good weekend, but we don't kid ourselves. It's not perfect. We need some feedback to sort of smooth out the edges. And so we're asking you to post any feedback, comments, questions on our Facebook page, facebook.com/interseminary theological competition. And that way, everyone, including the other seminaries, can see your questions and what we respond. That way, everyone's getting the same information. Anything else?
We have a little less than 2 months, so let's get started.
All right, Father Steve, thank you very much. Go Shepherds.